you guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna talk about how I found out I was pregnant and how my parents found out I was pregnant. So I was having a lot of symptoms. My lower back was hurting, my boobs were hurting, my right side was hurting. That was really painful. I was getting like, there were cramps but a little bit more stronger, so that was like kind of iffy. Also, I was pain a lot, so I did my research, and my pain on the right side, they told me I read it could be period or pregnancy. And also, if the pain a lot, only a few women could get it. So that's what I was like, I'm just gonna wait for my period to see what happens. I remember on my 4th day that I missed it, I decided to go to Planet Fitness in front of Roosevelt. But Roosevelt kids were in lunch, and my brother went there. So I was like, shit, I have to hide myself because my brother's there and I don't want him to see me. So I went in and told me that they don't do pregnancy tests no more. So I was like, shit. So I walked myself to Dollar Tree because it's nearby. So I walked, and I remember I got home at 1:30. So my mom was gonna leave at 2. This is my kid. Smile, papas. Put your head on. I remember that it was 1:30 and I got home. And my mom was gonna leave at 2. At 2 to go pick up my sisters from school. So that was my chance to take the pregnancy test. So I remember I did it, and that line came positive like that, like shit. The line was positive as soon as I put a P. I remember that I heard my little sister in the door. So I was like, shit, I got everything in a plastic bag. I put the cup, I put the test, everything in one backpack. And I remember I was calling my friend. I was calling my friend, and I was telling her. I was crying in the room while my mom was in the kitchen. She was in the kitchen. I remember I went to the restroom, I cleaned my face, and I texted Brian that I was pregnant, and he said, let's go to Walgreens to buy those better pregnancy tests. So I did. I remember while I was waiting for him to get off and come to my house, my sister was talking about babies. I remember I was laughing, smiling, and mom said, what's wrong? But I was just like, oh, nothing. But then I wanted to cry. I was laughing, I was smiling. I didn't know what emotion to have. So then I remember we went to and I bought 2 boxes, and Brian bought food. Brian I think Rallies. I think he bought Rallies, and we came to his house, and I went upstairs right away, and I took the pregnancy test, and all of them said pregnant. So this is how my parents found out. So the next day I knew I was supposed to go to a doctor because I know how important the prenatals were, because I don't know how far I was, and I wanted to have a good pregnancy because I didn't. That's another story. So then you want it, papas? You just look at yourself in the look at yourself. Ew, you're so ugly. Just kidding, you're cute. Okay, so I went to a doctor, but I had told him to not tell my mom because I wanted it to be confidential, because my mom's in the list, since she would do all my appointments, and it didn't matter if I was older. I allowed her to be in the name, in the information. So then in the contact information. So I remember I I told them not to, and they said, okay, that's all my decision. So then they made me pee in a cup, and it came out positive. So they prescribed me prenatals, and the doctor I go to is next to Walmart. So I was like, I'm gonna tell them to change to Walmart because my mom had a pharmacy already in there. So, but I didn't know. I did know, but I had, since I told them, I didn't expect it. Something else, since you're gonna find out right now. So then they're like, okay, yeah, we'll send it to Walmart. So I walked to Walmart, and I was waiting for them, and they're like, we can't get your medicine because it's another pharmacy. I'm not gonna say no names of the pharmacy because they're snitches. So then so they told me the pharmacy that was in the list, and I was like, oh yeah, it should be because my mom would always get it from there. So they said, okay, we're gonna call in time to transfer it to us. So they told me, give me another hour. So I did, and I was crying. I remember I was in the little bench. I was crying, waiting for the text to be like, your medicine is ready. Until I called my aunt. I called my aunt because I didn't know how to tell my parents. I was gonna tell my parents. I remember I called her and she said, you're lying to me? You're not pregnant? And I'm like, yes, tia, I am pregnant. Estás jugando? You're playing around with me? No, I'm not. Remember, I felt like she wanted to cry. I don't know. Remember, she was crying. I think she was. I don't know. So then, I got a call. I was on the phone with my aunt, and I remember seeing mom. I said, Ama is calling you, and I was like, my mom knows. I know my mom knows, because she knew I was supposedly at work. So I was like, she knows. I mean, tia, I was like, tia, my mom. She goes, yo creo que ya sabe, and she's like, I think she knows, and I'm like, I know she knows, because if she knows, she wouldn't be calling me. She would text me. So then I remember I answered, and she goes, are you pregnant? Estás embarazada? And I'm like, no. And then she goes, tell me the truth, dime la verdad. Why did you go to a doctor for prenatals? And I'm like, huh? And she goes, I know that you're pregnant. And I'm like, yeah. And I remember those Mexican moms, she cussed the F out of me. So, and I remember I was in the line about to get my medicine, and there's a man was in front of me telling me that what's it called? That everything was gonna be okay, that everything happens for a reason. So then I told my mom bye. I hanged up on her, and I called my cousin because I had an appointment to go somewhere else. So I went. They did pregnancy test and all that, and it came positive again. So then I told my cousin to drop me off at my aunt's. So then I was there waiting for Brian. So then I asked my mom. My mom called me, and I was like, how did you find out? And then she goes, the pharmacy that I told you guys about called my mom, telling her the prenatals were ready. But I guess my mom didn't really process it because she was mopping, and she didn't really like process that they told her, oh, the prenatals are ready. You could come and pick it up. So then I think she called my dad. She called my dad and she told him, Veronica está embarazada. Veronica's pregnant. So then my dad said, ya sé, I know. And my dad said, how do you know? Because they called me, and I was already suspicious that she was pregnant. So then I went to I was at my aunt's. Brian picked me up, and my parents were both talking to us because my parents. I was gonna go sleep over my aunt's because I didn't want to sleep on my mom's. So then, but my mom said I had to go and have balls, pretty much, to see them. It's not. I was scared because I knew like they were gonna start crying, and I was crying. I was pretty. I think I didn't post it that I was pregnant until a week later, or 2 weeks later, or 3 weeks. I don't know. Fuck it. I don't remember. But yeah. The pharmacy snitched on me. That's how that's how they found out I was pregnant. That's how I had this little baby. I love him so much. But yeah, I honestly, okay, like I know it should have been my right telling them I was pregnant, but they made it easier for me. That's how I see it. But yeah, now everything's is better now. Like I'm better with my family, with my kid. I'm happy. So yeah, he's little bald. Little bald. He has little hair. He has blonde hair, that's why. But yeah. Thank you guys for watching.